um, another record for solving circle theorem problems. As we always start, we look at the shape and we think of all angles that we can find before we start answering the questions or the required angles in the question. So, first thing that will come to my mind when I look at this shape is, as you can see, CBD is a circumference angle and facing arc CD or DC, and ADAC is another circumference angle that is facing the exact same arc, which makes this angle equal to 52 degrees. So we start. Step number 1. Circumference angles that are facing the exact same arc, which in this case CD are equal. Based on what we wrote, so angle CAD is equal to angle CBD, and they're both equal to 52 degrees. If we look at the exact same arc and at circumference angle CBD, and then we look at the angle at the center, which is COD or DOC, then we can find out that this angle is double the angle at the circumference. So it's like 52 times 2. And the answer will be 104. So this angle here is 104 degrees. So step number 2, angle at the center, and we can name it COD, is double the angle at the circumference CBD, where both are facing the same arc, which in this case CD. So angle COD equals to 2 times angle CBD. So 2 times 52. So this angle is equal to 104 degrees. Okay. Okay, what can we think of next? All right, so we can think of, let me erase this. We can think of tangent BE and tangent CE. Both tangents are meeting at one point, which is E, which makes, sorry about this, which makes this tangent equal to this tangent. So BE is equal to CE. Accordingly, we have here an isosceles triangle, BEC. So this angle here is equal to this angle here. So this angle is 56 degrees. And accordingly, we can find this angle as well by adding 56 and subtracting it from 180. So 56 times 2, and then we subtract the total from 180. So this angle here will be equal to 68 degrees. So step number 3, tangents BE and C and CE that are meeting at the exact same point are equal. So angle CBE is equal to angle BCE, and they're both equal to 56 degrees. And then we have angle BEC, which is equal to 180 minus 2 times 56, and the answer will be 68 degrees. Okay. Let's have a look if there is any other angles that we can find. Of course, you can think of this reflex angle COD as 360 minus 104, and this will be 256 degrees. So reflex angle at O is equal to 256. Okay. Okay. One more thing that we can think of. We have this tangent CE and radius from the center to the circumference, radius OC. The angle here is between a radius and a tangent is always 90 degrees because the radius and the tangent are always perpendicular. So we can find this small angle here by subtracting the 56 from 90. So 90 minus 56. So this angle is 34 degrees. So we can say step number 5. We can say radius OC and tangent CE are perpendicular. And accordingly, angle BCO is equal to 90 minus 56, which is equal to 34 degrees. Okay. Well, basically, I'm gonna stop here and let's start answering the questions. And if there is any further angles that are required to be found and we still did not find it, then we can go ahead and find some more angles. So angle DAC, let's go up there. So angle, which is this one, DAC is equal to 52. And in which step did we find this? It's in the first step. So we're going to say it's equal to 52 degrees. Check step 1. Okay, next. They're asking for angle DOC. DOC. Let's highlight the requested angle. DOC. Okay. So the center angle DOC, which is equal to 104, and we found this in the second step. So it's 104, 104, check. Step 2 for the explanation. And then BCO. Okay. BCO, which is 34, and check step 5. 34. All right. Let's move to the next question here. Okay, and as we always start, look at the drawing and think of the first angle that you can find based on what's given. First thing that will hit my mind is the parallel lines here. So if I go in the first parallel line, and I go on the line that is crossing both until I hit the second parallel line. And can you see the Z here? So this will bring the X down to 78 degrees. The times of the Z are equal. So first step, alternate angles are equal. And so angle ACD is equal to the known angle, which is BAC. And both are equal to 78 degrees. Okay. What else can we think of? Maybe we should read the question now. Okay, ABCDE is a pentagon. A um, a circle center O passes through the points A, C, D, E. EAC is 36, CAB is 78, and AB is parallel to DC. Find. Okay. Um. So they said, so we must think of, okay, I can see if you look A, C, D, E, F is a cyclic quadrilateral. It's has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and all the points are on the circumference of the circle. So it is a cyclic quadrilateral, and every two opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral are equal, which makes x equal to z and y is equal to 36. So step number 2, cyclic quad, and name it A, C, D, E. Opposite angles are equal. Based on this fact, we can say that angle CAE is equal to angle CDE, which means 36 is equal to y. And angle DACD is equal to angle AED, and so 78 is equal to angle Z. So Z is equal to 78 and Y is equal to 36 degrees. Okay. What else can we think of? So we found X, Y, and Z, right? And that's what's requested so far for the first part. If you go down, down, down to the last part, they will tell you AB is equal to AC. So this piece of info, AB is equal to AC. So AB is equal to AC, which makes, so you're going to say step number 3, if AC is equal to AB, then isosceles ABC triangle angle ACB is equal to angle ABC. And how do we find them? It will be 180 minus the known angle, which is 78, divided by 2, and this will bring it down to 51 degrees. So this is 51. So this is 51. And this one here is 51 degrees. So I believe that we found all angles. And now we can start answering the questions. So find X, Y, and Z. And as you can see, it has 6 marks. So we need to write the explanation for it. So you're going to say X is equal to 78. And so X is equal to 78. Y is equal to 36. And Z is equal to 78 degrees. And as for the explanation, so for X, check step 1, check step 1, and for Y, check step 2, and for Z, you also check step 2. Okay. Explain why ED is not parallel to AC. ED, okay, let's see. ED is not parallel to AC, right? Let me check, is that what they want? Yeah. Why they're not parallel? Because if they were parallel, then if they were parallel lines, then if you go on this parallel line and you go on the line that is crossing both until you hit the second parallel line, can you see the flipped U here? So which means X and Y must be co-interiors, and co-interiors add up to 180, but 36 plus 78 is not equal to 180. So that's why these two lines are not parallel. So I'm going to write the explanation here. F E D and AC are parallel, then X and Y angles must be co-interiors and add up to 180 degrees. But x, which is equal to 78 plus y, which is equal to 36, is not equal to 180. And so ED and AC are not parallel. Okay. Next, find the value of EOC. EOC. Okay, let's check. Okay. EOC, right? So radius. Okay. And EOC. Okay. So EOC. Oh, there is opposite angles are. Oh, I'm sorry about this. Add up to 180. Add up to 180 degrees. So accordingly, CAE. Oh God. Okay, so accordingly, the angle that is opposite to 36 is angle Y. So angle Y is equal to 180 minus 36, and it's equal to 144 degrees. So it's equal to 144 degrees. And then angle Z is opposite to angle 78, which is angle X. So it will be 180 minus 78. And this is equal to 102 degrees. So this angle here is equal to 102 degrees. Okay, so let's do the correction. X is equal to 78, which is right. Y is equal to 144. To 144 degrees, and Z is equal to 102 degrees. Okay. All right. And we have part D. Find the value of angle ABC. So angle ABC, which is 51, and we explained that in step number 3. So angle ABC is equal to 51 degrees. So angle ABC is equal to 51 degrees. Check step 3 for explanation. Okay, now this last part, find the value of angle EOC. Okay. EOC. This is a radius and this is a radius, so these two sides are equal. Uh, well, I think this question we need to solve it in a separate video because it's related to some further information that you need to learn. So I'm gonna leave this part for another video and I will move to the next question. So let's have a look at the drawing first and think of the first angle that you can find. Okay. Okay, so here when you look at the shape, okay. So if you look at this shape here, the first angle I can think of, if DAF is a straight line, and as you can see, this is an angle on a straight line. Then I can find this angle here, which is 180 minus 80, and this will come down to 100 degrees. So the first step, angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. And accordingly, angle BAD is equal to 180 minus 80, and this is equal to 100. Okay. Next thing I can think of is the cyclic quadrilateral ABCD. And as you can see, all the points are on the circumference of the circle. And every two opposite angles add up to 180. So step number 2, cyclic quad ABCD, U plus 100 is equal to 180 degrees, and U is equal to 80 degrees, right? So this one is equal to 80 degrees. Okay. And next, you can think of this BOD is a circle, is an angle at the center of the circle that is facing arc BD, and BCD is an angle at the circumference. So V is going to be equal to 2 times 80, which is 160 degrees. So step number 3, angle at the center, and you can name it BOD, is double the angle at the circumference, and name it as BCD, which means angle BOD is equal to 2 times 80, which is equal to 160 degrees. Okay, so I think we found all the angles. So U is equal to 80, while V is equal to 160 degrees, right? So this is 80 and this is 160, and look for the explanation in the steps that we made. Okay, last question in this record. Look at the given angles and at the shape in general. Okay. First thing I will be thinking of is tangent DA and tangent BA are both meeting in one point, which is A. So we have an isosceles here. So this side is equal to this side. So I'm going to say step number 1, tangents DA and BA that are meeting in the exact same point A are equal. And so isosceles triangle BAD, we can say that angle ABD is equal to angle ADB, and they're both equal to 180, the sum of angles in a triangle, minus the given angle divided by 2. So 180 minus 48 divided by 2, it will be 66 degrees. So this angle here so this angle is 66 degrees, and this angle is 66 degrees. Okay. Let's think of something else that we can find in this shape. Okay, another thing that you can think of, we have radius OB and this tangent here, BA, and the angle between the radius and the tangent is 90 degrees. Maybe we can radius and tangent, this is 90. Radius and tangent, this is 90 degrees. Okay, let's write this down. So we can say step number 3, tangent BA and radius OB are perpendicular. Which tells us that angle ABO is equal to 90 degrees. Okay? Type. So accordingly, we can find this little angle here. So we can say 90 minus 66. Which is 24 degrees. So we can say that angle DBO is equal to 90 minus 66, and it's equal to 24 degrees. And another thing that we can think of, OD is a radius, OB is a radius, so this makes triangle OBD as an isosceles. So step number 4, isosceles triangle BOD, we can say that angle DDBO is equal to angle BDO, and they're both equal to 24 degrees. So this is 24. Because this side is equal to this side. And we can find this big angle here. So we can say angle BOD is equal to 180 minus the two known angles. So 180 minus 2 times 24. So this angle here is 132 degrees. I think and hopefully that we found all possible angles. Let's start answering the questions. And if there is any further angles that we need to find, then we can work on it. Okay. Okay, so find, let's check here. Find angle ABD. Okay, let's see. ABD. Okay. Angle ABD, which is 66, right? And how did we find this? Step 1 and 2. So here it's 66 degrees. Step 1 and 2. Okay, angle OBD. Let's see. Angle OBD. OBD, which is 24. 24 degrees. And OBD it's in step number 4. So step 4. Angle BCD. So angle BCD, and just as I highlighted it, although we still did not find it, but can you see that it is a circumference angle, an angle at the circumference, and the angle at the center is the 132. So we can say immediately, step number 5, angle at the circumference, and you can name it BCD, is half the angle at the center, which is BOD, which are facing arc BD. Okay, so angle BCD is half of angle BOD, so it's equal to half of 132, which is equal to 66 degrees. 66. Okay. Step 5, and at last angle BED, let's highlight it, BED. Okay, how can we find BED? Okay, this is an angle at the circumference, and the reflex angle is the angle at, so this reflex angle is 360 minus 132, and it will be 228. 228 divided by 2. So this angle will be 114 degrees. Okay, so step number 6, reflex angle at the center is 360 minus 132, which brings it down to 228 degrees. And so 7, angle at the circumference, which is angle BED, is half of angle of reflex angle at the center. Which means half of 228, which brings it down to 114 degrees. So this angle is 114. Step 6 and 7. And that's it. We came to the end of our record. Please do watch it as many times as you need to. There are truly plenty of good questions in this record. And you can learn a lot about circle theorem if you solve these questions. So I'm going to say thank you so much, and please do solve it like I said multiple times, because only practice makes it perfect. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next record sometime soon. Bye bye.